Hello and welcome to JomezPro's coverage of the PDGA National Tour. We are at the final stop of the year, the Ed Hedrick Disc Golf Hall of Fame Classic from Appling, Georgia, and the IDGC, the headquarters for the Professional Disc Golf Association. Our tournament presented by RecTech Grills. BigSexy Commentary here with you. Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling.
And through 2 rounds, Adam Hammes off to an incredible start, 10 down in round 1, backed it up with a 9 down. He's in first place. He's in 40th in the National Tour. Who knows what a win would do? I mean, all you got to do is get top 15. You get cash.
It could be enough, I think.
And Calvin Heimburg right on his tail, 18 under, a couple of 9 downs in a row. And Johne McCray, no stranger to the league card here at W.R. Jackson. He has been here in the past. As you remember, the turbo putt from 60 feet on the final hole a couple of years ago. Or maybe was that last year? And James Conrad, of course he's here. He was there last week, and now he's here this week. I mean, he's everywhere all the time.
No hangover after that U.S. Championship win. He's picking up right where he left off and just puring lines, as he usually does. Hole 1, par 4, 660. These guys are going to go down the right side with the backhand most likely and try to get as much distance as they can. Finishing a little bit left in the fairway is probably preferable because then you've got your choice of 2 lines to the basket.
First off the tee out of Wisconsin, Adam Hammes.
And we saw in round 2, we were so impressed by the way that this young man from Wisconsin was able to handle the pressure and maintain focus and big putts throughout the round. I think there were 6 or 7 putts outside the circle. His hat was flying off left and right.
One of the best putting performances we've had the pleasure to watch.
Yep. And right off the gate, he's off to a much better start than he was in round 2. And in round 3, he peers this way up the fairway. That's in prime position number 1.
Yeah, great shot.
Calvin is going to start off with his champion eagle. We're going to see this disc thrown, I would say, about 10 times a day, either approaches or tee shots.
A little inside.
And that is just past it, but he is going to have a big pine in the way.
Florida,
But he's around the corner.
Johne McCray.
What a cool thing, you know, Johnny, elder statesman in the game right now, and to think that he's definitely over double the age of Adam and still out here.
Oh, he's Adam plus Calvin and then some.
It's pretty amazing.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Anti-skip forward with a huge drive.
He still throws fantastic distance. Like he's a superhuman in a way. I think, you know, at his age to compete the way he does, it's amazing. We should all be so lucky.
Yeah, the passion that he continues to play with. And if you want to see a person commit to a shot, Johne McCray, Nico LaCastro, actually, and James Conrad. Those 3 guys are people who commit to their throw unlike any others on the tour.
And James, big shot. And honestly, lucky is the wrong word for Johnny. He's worked hard. You know, we should all be, you know, fortunate to stay healthy and be able to compete at that level.
Okay.
Well into his 40s, that really impresses me.
Calvin, that is a great approach. This is going to be heading right up to the pin.
Wow, I thought he was going to be pinned much worse with that pine, but it didn't really affect him at all.
No, he had a clear throw and executed perfectly.
And the humidity is up today, so that whale sack for Adam is going to be doing work.
And it's crazy how hot it has been down here in the south these last 2 weeks. Obviously, record temperatures last week at the USDGC. And it was pretty mild round 1 and 2, but it really picked up in round 3. And you're right on the head with the humidity thing. That's really what made it so challenging.
Wow. Buzzing past the basket. In the background of that last shot, I saw one Mr. Paul Macbeth just drinking on a soda, taking in the action. So that's a star-studded gallery for you.
Oh my gosh! What? Yes.
That's what you came to see. Wow.
Wow. So yeah, you said it, James. That was cool. That was cool. And we're going to have a star frame looking like on the first hole. That's a great way for this group to start the round. And the first time it actually averaged below par at 3.93, but it is a birdie that you are happy to get to start the round off. 2 great shots is what it requires, and James almost just finished it in 2. Incredible.
Wow, star frame on 1. Hole 2, 390-foot par 3. This is going to be kind of a low fairway driver, I think, for these guys. As you've been seeing, pretty wide gap. You like to embrace the skip here, keep the disc straight, and just barely finish left at the end.
And this is really wide. There are some lucky backdoor routes like that one right there. That is a long putt, but I mean, that's certainly in hat flying off range for Adam. And that eagle meter is up to 2 now. Missed that one, right? Yep, then that's going to be perfect. Slow down a little bit.
Very solid.
Mm-hmm. And this is a great line for Johnny. And it's something about all those great Florida players. All have one thing in common. Ken Climo, Johne McCray, Garrett Gurthie, Calvin Heimburg, and the list goes on and on. They all throw incredible low-ceiling fairway drivers just so accurately.
Oh, and James inside here with the mid-range.
And that's caught the one tree in the middle. And even if he had missed that, I think he probably was going to catch one of the next 4.
James with a pretty routine approach here to the basket. And I think maybe I threw Paul under the bus there. I'm guessing that's a smoothie. He's a healthy guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's drinking a soda. That's, my apologies.
He's a former rock star guy.
Yeah, I think he's getting
Red Bull.
He's getting into a smoothie right now.
Okay.
Big putt. What are we? I'm not surprised. Confidence key for him. I feel like you told me the other day, that he feels he's one of the best putters on tour, and I love to hear that from the young guy who's proving it every single putt. But just the fact that he recognizes and he's not afraid to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm one of the best," and it's like, go, you do you.
It's certainly one thing to think that silently in your head and to give yourself confidence, but to say it out loud and make a claim that you're the best putter on tour, perhaps. I mean, there are a lot of guys on tour that are making a lot of putts.
But he's making the most, at least this week.
Yeah, he's definitely making it count where it counts most. And Calvin Heimburg and Adam Hammes, they're setting the stage right now. Birdie starts. Johne McCray's in for his birdie start. And James Conrad, starting the round off 5 back of Adam, really doesn't have much wiggle room to make any errors today. I feel like if he wants to make a run at this championship, he's got to be incredibly on point all day long. And, a par here on hole 2 is not going to set him back other than just that one stroke, but...
Yeah, I would say the way Adam and Calvin are playing, it's basically a course record time for James. I don't think you're going to get it done from 6 behind with much else but a historic performance on W.R. Jackson.
Totally agree.
Because these guys are just hitting their spots, making their putts. They're not sacrificing much. Hole 3, par 4, 726. This one, you have 2 options off the tee. The huge Anheuser, or you can take kind of the woodsy backdoor route to try to go cut the corner and go straight at the pin. I think we're going to see most of these guys take the big Anheuser with the power they have.
And that's a nice line if I can get through the early set of trees. Oh, yeah, it has.
I feel like that's a very flippy force. So I think the way it flew there, and I think that might be the same one that he threw the forehand on 17 that stayed so straight.
Yep.
Must be pretty seasoned.
Calvin going super wide, but very understable disc.
It's going to push long.
Okay, that is in a little bit short of Adam, but they're both in kind of a weird spot. There are some like weird backdoor routes through the woods, but not really exactly where I think you want to be.
Mm-hmm. This fight's through. Also kind of going to be in the rough.
Yeah, not ideal.
See if James can show us a fairway hit here. We got a nice strike.
Looks like it might be turning a little bit too quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, right by Johnny.
On the corner.
Dan.
Okay, just a little bit too understable. And that will be around the corner far enough for James to lock down the par. Johnny taking an aggressive high line. Pushing, wow, incredibly deep on that second. He is probably not too far off from pin high. Yeah, he is pin high, but not much from there, I'm guessing.
Now we see maybe some kind of hyzer opportunity. He's trying to spy that window from in here. We're struggling just to spy him with the cameras.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, wow, look at that. So Calvin has given himself an opportunity.
Really no idea what route he was taking.
Yeah, I don't think he knew either.
Yeah, and this is another similar one. Just really hard to capture on film what's going on here. This might be a little easier to see. He's going to go Anheuser forehand.
Wow, super high with that zone, I believe. And that is also that's in range.
That qualifies as a great shot, I would say, from that position. And James with the long look.
Wow. At first it looked like it was just kind of a layup. Turned out he was trying to run that, which is, I think you're right. He's got to run everything. He's got to be very aggressive.
And he's such a solid putter and such a solid putter thrower. He doesn't seem like the type of guy to me that fears a comeback putt at all. So, he's pretty free with his throws.
71 feet for Adam Hannes. Can we, again?
Oh my gosh.
And that's not a surprising fist pump. That's like okay, I did it fist pump.
Another, this is the third outside circle 2. You're not even jumping him, just spinning him home.
That's incredible.
And that
You can see the confidence in the fact that he wasn't
not surprised, not
business
raising
as
his
usual.
hands. Yeah.
Wow. Calvin, can he match? He is about 38 feet away. Yeah, of course. Of course.
What a duel we get. What a treat to watch these guys. I mean,
Off to an incredible start. Birding the first 3. You get 3 in a row any time on this course. You are on fire. But to start the round off, the final round, and Calvin's out here playing for the National Tour Championship.
yeah.
I would say as long as he doesn't injure himself on the way through 18 holes, as close as he is to Ricky and Eagle, he's going to be the National Tour champion. But can he bookend the beginning of the season and the end of the season with National Tour titles on his first year?
Yeah, winning
on
Las
tour.
Vegas in his first National Tour win, the first stop of the year, and now here at the final stop in the mix again. He's been in the mix plenty of times in the middle too, but these clearly his, really front running out here along with Adam.
A lot of cool stories going on right now.
Hole 4, par 3, 327 tunnel shot with a left finish. You'd like to throw the driver because you want that skip through these last few trees to try to set up the birdie putt.
And I think hole 2 was playing easiest hole in the course in the final round. It's a pretty simple shot in hole 2, but this one is shorter, yet it's a lot more technical. Definitely not easy by any means. Very tricky and technical shot. And Adam has released that just a bit early. Calvin's got this straight. This needs a big skip and miss. Oh, wow.
Got nothing.
Yeah, that's he hit his line, but I don't know what he caught there. The ground play on this course, you have low ceiling shots a lot of these places, and you got some limbs kind of hanging out into fairways in other places as Johnny's going tight and inside.
Oh.
He's going to kick into the middle. But one things you hope you don't have to deal with is also ground play, but that's just the way it is in the Southeast. There's a lot of roots, pine cones.
Most woods courses, there's definitely going to be some element of catching the right bounces, and that is a good bounce there. He skips perfectly towards the pin.
And James has gone with a mid-range, I believe, off the tee, which takes a little bit more commitment to get that line dialed in.
I think Johnny also went mid-range. And this is, nice little redirection there. Right to the basket. Was probably going to be fine either way, but you love a 5-footer when you can get one.
Yep, that's right. Adam having to go a little bit of a uncomfortably short turnover.
Oh, no.
And he'll have a challenging par putt.
Yeah, to say the least.
Moving right to that now. Is he going to do it again? What?
Look at him. Watch him. He almost looked like he just kind of threw his hands up like, huh. What are you going to do? Can't miss.
Oh, my God.
Incredible display.
Wow.
I wonder if he gives lessons.
I'll sign me up, man. I thought my putting was good, but it's nothing compared to this right now. Calvin for an opportunity to make up that one stroke. He is off just a bit left.
It's got to wear on you if you're Calvin to go like, now I got this guy. I
Yeah.
got him where I want him now.
Yep.
And just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, insane. All right, whose name am I gonna? Oh, Zach Giger. That's a good one. I was kind of just sitting here thinking, like, my goodness, like, can he maintain this even longer with this putting display? Wow. Let's go on to hole 5. Let's move on.
James with the only birdie there on 4, and now on to 5, par 3, 432, the most difficult hole on the course because if you're off the fairway, you are absolutely ecstatic if you can get even a putt for 3. Just escaping from these trees, nearly impossible.
James going rock 3, and that is tight. Early tree, and
It didn't kick too far left.
And Adam wants nothing to do with hole 5 as far as birdies go. And that's fine. Keeping in the middle is paramount. Put that eagle count up to 4 of the 5 holes now. And this is inside, but oh my goodness, he's gotten through everything.
Whoa.
And there's the break that he was looking for. I don't think Adam Hammes can hit the putt from that far back in the fairway, so Calvin, I think, is finally going to get a stroke.
Let's see where this thing went. Turning off the fairway just slightly, ducking behind those trees. Little branch to slow it down.
Yep. Yeah, he missed the line a little bit, but he put the right amount of commitment behind the throw.
Oh, yeah. You're not worried about that. I mean, it could kick and take a bogey, certainly, but, Johnny liked it. He's trying it, too.
Well, I did play with Logan Bowers in round 2 when he parked it. He went through the same exact line. As Calvin's.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that I've seen that one personally until now on the video. James, super flippy putter through the skinny gap. The guy knows his angles, and that is a fantastic shot from there.
Wow. I don't know how this hole got easier all of a sudden for the entire field, but there were 11 birdies in the third and final round.
Wow.
Whereas we only saw, like, I think 3 the first round, maybe 4 the second.
Well, it's a final day. You got to put up or shut up, I guess.
No kidding.
I promptly shut right up.
Yeah, well, you got your par on it finally, so.
That's true.
John E. Oh, that is a fortuitous kick. Puts him out in the open. That was drifting off into potential bogeyville, but he's still got a long putt. Long-ish putt. He jumps it. He connects.
You want me to go, Jimmy? Yeah, go ahead.
Great job taking advantage of that opportunity. And that thing spun about 3 full rotations on the way to the pin.
Obviously, you know, Adam and Calvin putting fantastic, but I like to think about, like, just let me hear about a lifetime Circle 2 makes. Like,
Yeah.
Johnny is like he's a world leader.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to imagine, you know.
Yeah, Johnny's probably spit out more Circle 2 putts than Adam Hammis has made.
It's crazy. Such a storied career. Calvin just taps in the birdie.
Wow. And like I said, one of 11 players to do so. I mean, the average went down to 3.2, which is kind of modest considering
3.2.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty light considering how difficult that
That's
tee shot is.
432 feet through a hallway.
Yeah, you can fit an umbrella and maybe like a towel through that gap.
Yeah, if it's a light duty towel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
not some big fluffy
No,
thing.
no,
You're
no,
going to
no.
get caught up. Hole 6, par 3, 2 fairways going uphill. A lot of trees to miss late. But if you hit that first gap, you give yourself an opportunity.
Calvin first off the tee. Guess what? He's going with an eagle. And skipping all the way around, missing everything.
That's
setting up
great.
an open putt from just outside the circle, it looks.
James going to step it up to a driver on the turnover line.
Yep, he's going night strike here. And this is just a matter of, can it get clean? Oh, a little kick through the V tree.
He's definitely frustrated. I played with him one of the rounds, and he threw it around the corner and hit something. Same tree, same tree.
Yeah.
Just keeps trying to put it up there, but not quite getting past those guardians.
There's probably 40 trees that are in the fairway-ish realm that are all in play, either left side or right side combined.
So you need that perfect line.
Yeah, and you just have to really know it. You have to trust it. You trust your practice. Adam Hammis going forehand hyzer. He's put himself into short range. Man, that's
Great shot.
That is a long hyzer to throw. Beautiful execution. Just stay clean. And it looks like it did not. A lot of low ceiling hanging branches out here to catch shots that are just a bit too high. Johnny will have to settle for the par. James in danger of falling back 7 if he doesn't make this and Adam and Calvin do. It's really go time for this guy right here, and he's actually left himself a fairly difficult par putt. Sneak up. Oh, there's the basket. Oh, there's the birdie.
Yeah. I'm right over here.
God.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
Calvin,
Great putt.
Look at this start. 5 down to the first 6. Look at his face. Stoic as ever, man.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. James, he's further away than Adam's birdie putt. Oh, no.
That surprises me.
Adam in for birdie. He's 400 through 6 holes. James will take the first bogey of our lead group final round. Falling to 15 under, and Johnny will tap in his par. He will go back down to 6 strokes back of our leaders. It's seeming like it's a 2-horse race right now.
Hole 7, par 4, 744, out of the gap and downhill to the left. Really important to get the weight correct on this shot. If you're a little long, you have almost nothing. Obviously, if you're short, you're in the rough. But you really need to get to this spot right here to set up that hyzer play to the basket. It's really the only fair gap that you can use to access this pin.
Yeah, and even it's deceivingly tight with the limbs that hang into the fairway on the right and back side of that lane. So it is a tough birdie to get going down like the ideal line. And Calvin, early tree with the eagle.
And that's going to be a tough save.
That's 6 tee shots in 7 holes with that disc. It's the first real big mistake we've seen him make with that.
I think he threw a different eagle on hole 5, but still an eagle.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Just the mold.
He has like the seafoam eagle, the orange eagle, and the red eagle.
Look at this reaction.
And that is in a tough spot.
But it's not as tough as in the middle of all those trees.
Or where Calvin is.
Not a lot is as tough as where Calvin is. Johnny and Calvin are equally tough spots.
And Johnny is now well past Calvin and in a much better spot after one.
Oh, that's a good kick.
Yeah, that was heading way too far straight. Let's see if James can recover after the unfortunate 3-putt. Well, I guess it was technically a 2-putt and a bad approach. He is able to hit the gap right down the middle, and this is looking like exactly what you want. A good skip to the middle.
Yeah, nice shot.
Yeah, that's a beautiful throw.
Let's see if Calvin is in the bushes or if he has a stand-up shot. It looks like he is going to be okay. Can probably get pretty aggressive from this spot. Going to be finishing pretty high left.
Wow.
Fights.
Oh, my
bouncing down to the bottom.
What an incredible second shot. Didn't have a great angle, but made everything. I mean, that's more than you're thinking you're going to get from that spot.
And Johnny trying to take a sneaky line through the trees.
Sometimes is the best way to get through this hole in 2.
He's going to have a very tricky putt.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have much at all, but he was a little bit out of position off the tee. James, however, is in that great spot. He's lining up a second shot with the JK AVR. Let's call it the JC AVR, actually, because that's what it is, and he has thrown it well. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
This is what you're left with many times when you go a little bit too far. So you got to find these backdoor hyzer forehand routes. Oh, he's actually going up the middle flex?
Ooh,
oh, wow. Through
loving
everything. Yeah, great result.
Calvin with the driver. Controls the speed pretty well.
Johnny is eyeing up a very low ceiling, difficult. Wow. Ooh. It can be a very treacherous green. As you can see, that slope is pretty severe. The ground is pretty hard packed. This kid is just made of some sort of consistency chemistry thing that I am not made
It's
of.
one of those chemistry things.
He's 5 down to the first 7. He will retake that 1-stroke lead as James cancels out the mishap on hole 6 with a birdie on 7. Good, just like that.
Great save for Calvin.
Adam is right back to 24 under par. Right back to that 1-stroke lead, I should say.
Fancy tap out from Johnny.
proper.
Hole 8, par 4, 645, downhill to the right, really skinny fairway, backhand turnover or forehand driver here. You'd like to hit either side of this dual fairway because if you're right in the middle, you kind of are stymied. So either short right or long left, and give yourself that tunnel of roughly 275 feet to the pin. This looks tight.
Yeah, this is early and kicking early, and that is a tough spot to be off the tee. It really is all about what lanes you were presented from there because it can be really tough. This is such a hard shot. Backhand, the angle is so difficult. James it looks like he may have nailed this one.
He's so ambitious with the height.
Yep.
Just biting off so much off this tee pad.
That is a quality release. Calvin, I believe this is a Firebird. He's throwing this pretty hard. It's a little inside, but he's in a good spot now. Johnny going wide, and I believe that is kicked left. Oh no!
Fought through at least a little bit. I was scared it was going to be an early left.
Yeah,
as well.
That actually is that's a good spot considering how wide that tee shot was released.
And Adam has the mid range in his hand. Going to try to be smart here. Find the fairway. Just needs to slow down. He might have gone all the way across.
Mm-hmm. But he could be left with that forehand Anheuser approach. How often do you see this?
What is happening?
Johnny is turboing to position.
I've never seen it ever.
Well, how many times you play with Johne McCray?
A lot.
Well, I've seen him do that several times, so you must be playing with him on his better rounds.
Yeah, I guess so. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. He's so... If you haven't seen Johnny play before, man, rewind it, go back and watch some old footage. He's one of the turbo masters of all time. And a great approach, really making par.
Making the best of a bad situation off the tee.
Those are the words. And we have a floating leaf in the background. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Oh, no.
Calvin.
That's not good.
That is a very bad mistake, especially with the opportunity right in front of him with Adam errantly throwing his tee shot and not really in the greatest position after his second.
Can Adam get to the pin here? Not quite, but we've seen him make that putt 45 times.
I'm pretty certain that's just a guaranteed make at this point, but I don't want to call that too soon. James with an awkward short approach, somehow throwing everything into his AVR approach. He's come up a bit short, but that's a putt we've seen him make 100 times before as well. Wow, that got 100% of what it could get. That was heading towards so many trees. I believe Calvin missed his line by quite a bit, but didn't have to pay the price with an early tree kick. Can Adams save that par from another 50-foot putt?
So close.
The hat even flew off.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
To get back into that tie.
Calvin scrambling after the errant second, able to take advantage of the approach that narrowly avoided several trees. And this is for an outstanding par save for Johnny. He makes it. Wow. When do you see errant tee shot, turbo, back to the fairway, and then saving a par?
There's only one person.
Yeah.
first bogey of the day for Adam.
Well,
Leaderboard check-in. The story right now, Chris Dickerson playing well, Simon Lizotte playing well, but still not really looking like anybody able to move on our leaders.
Yeah, these two are 5 ahead of the field right now, and the way they're playing, it's just amazing the consistency they've shown on a course that can be so inconsistent. And
not when you're throwing the shots, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are proving that. I mean, this course can get under your skin if you're struggling, but these guys are they're taking matters into their own hands and just hammering it down the fairway over and over when they do find trouble, escaping beautifully, making huge putts, and that's how you have to do it out here. Hole 9, par 4, 618, OB ditch right off the tee. These guys are going to take that middle fairway, slight Anheuser release perhaps. This is a destroyer. James is hammering this. And gosh, that is so good. Right out of the hand, you know it's just finding unlucky on the tree, but that's still way up there.
Yeah, there'll be a couple lanes for James on his approach, but there is that little bunker across the street that if you find yourself in there, you might have to throw a little bit of a tricky shot. And Calvin also going destroyer and just dissecting the fairway with huge distance.
Doesn't even need any Anheuser. Just flat blaster.
To commit to a throw that difficult through that slightly awkward tee shot. And so it's only awkward because if you're trying to go big, you can be concerned with that little gateway right there because one kick off that and you're almost certainly going out of bounds in that creek and probably re-teeing.
That's a good kick.
And that's a great spot. He's 40 feet past the road.
That's a big drive. It was going too far, if anything, but takes that good kick right back to the middle.
Really, I think the ideal distance point is if you can get across the road, and we're going to have 4 for 4 that are all going to be well beyond it. Those are
so good.
Incredible drives. Even after the great shot, he's got 2 lanes he's got to pick, and he's chosen the right hyzer, and he's done so masterfully.
I would say it wouldn't even be weird in a professional group to have 0 shots across the road. And these guys just go 4 for 4. I mean, obviously that's the goal for all the players, but like you said, it's a constrained tee shot. James with the really flippy putter. And that's well short.
Yeah. I think he'll be circle's edge. I think that he'll have a pretty open look, so hopefully he can make the adjustment from the miss on the previous hole. And Adam going wide.
Ooh.
And that rolls forward.
That worked.
Yeah, that rolled nicely. He's 15 to 17 feet away. And look, just so many choices.
Yeah.
Which one do you go with?
Oh, this is maybe a little short. No, skips
Oh,
up
wow.
nicely.
Yeah.
The driver gets there quick. And James is definitely out there near 45.
Yeah, a little bit further away than I had seen from my perspective. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Around the tree, I think,
Yeah.
right? Anheuser from the straddle stance.
Having
One
to go
more look.
Having to go with Greeny here. Look at that.
Where is it? Where is it?
There it is.
Beautiful putt from James.
Already down. Great putt, James. Thanks. Already down. Great putt, James. Thanks.
Wow.
Looking like we're going to have a star frame on this one as Johnny moves around. Oh, you faked me with that one. It got me good. And we indeed finished the front 9 on a positive note, just like we started it with another star frame, another $25 to Edge. We're seeing some incredible disc golf, and the drama is only increasing here as Josiah Gorman has just been named out here on the Jomez Founders Club.
These guys are playing incredible. I mean, especially our leaders, but everybody in the group is really making a lot of birdies. We've got back 9 action coming at you. 9 holes left on the PDJ National Tour 2019.